Sit down if you love West Brom. 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 Nah, let's stop that. AJRTM back again for another review. I'm sorry the preview didn't come out. I was very silly and accidentally deleted it, so I'm very sorry about that. Here I am with the review for the Wolverhampton Wonderers versus Chelsea game at the Molyneux Stadium. Well, where do I start? We started the game with a 3-4-3 formation, but before the game I was saying, you know what, if anyone's going to win it, it's going to be a maximum a 2-1 win or a 2-0 win. But then when I looked at the lineup and I saw that we had a defensive formation set up, I was thinking, nah, Lampard's gone on the defensive, maybe it'll be a draw, if that. And so for the game, we went with 3 at the back, with Tomori on the left side, Christensen in the middle, Antonio Rudiger on the right. Then we have Marcus Alonso back in his usual position, left wing back, and we had Kovacic in the middle with Jorginho. And then we had Azpilicueta playing right wing back, a position which he's not really used to playing. I don't think he's ever, I don't really, to be honest, recall him playing there before, because we used to have Moses there obviously. And then we had Mason Mount up front alongside Willian and Tammy Abraham. Now you look at that, and like I just said, and you think, oh, it's a defensive setup, but boy, it was we wrong. And so obviously, the game started very slow. There wasn't really much going on, and we were just passing the ball about. Wolves were trying to get it. Wolves were trying to break into our half. We were trying to break into their half, vice versa. But Wolves didn't really have any penetration going forward. Like, I look at their team here, and they had their usual general setup of 3-4-3, which is what they usually play. And they had Willy Bolly missing, unfortunately for them. And they had Doherty missing as well. But they had their 2 main men in Jimenez and Jota up front as usual. Nevers in the midfield, Coutinho was there, so they can't really have no excuse as to why they got better. They can't really say, oh, we were okay, because no, you wasn't. I've been honest here, and they had Adama Traore played at right wing back. Obviously the duel between him and Alonso. I'm not gonna lie, Marcus Alonso did look like he was on the ropes at times, but he dealt with him very well. And apart from Adama Traore running and getting forward as he does if you've seen him play, there was no other attacking threat in the first half, none whatsoever. It was all us, and it started from when Fikayo Tomori scored that absolute worldie of a goal from 30 yards out. I was sat in the, I forgot what stand it's called, I think it's a Steve Bull stand, but their newest stand. I was sat there. So basically, if you're on the way Chelsea, and I was sat in the stand to the right of you, the far right. Obviously I was working, so it was a bit of a sticky one. And I saw the ball drop to Tomori, and I saw him hit, and I said to myself, that's not gonna go in, is it? And boy, did it go in. It flew in. It flew in like a rocket. I just saw it go, and I'm like, wow. But obviously, I'm in the home end, so I can't really be, overly celebrating it. I had to go inside and have a little chuckle to myself, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta do what you gotta do, but I was in the Wolves end, so I couldn't really be jumping up and down, otherwise it could have been my funeral. But we'll get onto that as well later. Then, what happened was, Tammy Abraham scored his first goal of the game, where what happened was, the ball came into the box. Mason Mount had it at his feet, he's running in. He gets pulled down. Not even pulled down, he gets dragged down. That was a penalty, but No one in the Premier League referees, God knows if we would have got it anyway. And then Tammy Abraham just took onus, turned on the defender and swept it in for his first goal of the game. Then what happened was, a couple minutes later, he scored his second goal of the game, where Marcos Alonso on the left hand side put in a pinpoint cross. He rose above the defender and put it in to make it 3-0. Then the second half came, and obviously Wolves were, I'll give credit where it's due, Wolves were trying to, get back into the game. They were getting forward, putting crosses in, trying to get shots away. It wasn't really to good effect, but we'll get onto that in a bit. Then Tammy Abraham received the ball at his feet. He skipped it past Connor Cody, shamed him up. If you get to watch the highlights, make sure you go and watch them. Skipped past Connor Cody and buried Rui Patricio in the far left hand corner. At this point, it's 4-0. Then, unfortunately for us, we can't really seem to keep clean sheets, unfortunately. But their goals are only really consolations. Their first goal, corner, comes in, gets headed across by Saiss, and it hits off Tammy Abraham's hand to unfortunately go past. Then Wolves scored another goal after that, where Cutrone was in the box. The shot came in, Kepa saved it and just bundled it. But at the end of the day, I'm not really here to talk about that because those were only two little consolation goals. It just got their crowd buzzing. But at the end of the day, their crowd already started walking off at half time, because where I was sitting, I saw a lot of people heading into Wolverhampton City Centre. Trust me. Furthermore, in the 90th minute, in stoppage time first, Batshuayi had already come on. He had a shot, but I think he was really lucky to score, because as he shot towards goal, someone was pulling him back, so he didn't really cleanly connect with the ball to put it away in the far corner. I think that was really unlucky, but when they said 6 minutes added time, I said to myself, someone's definitely scoring in this period, whether it's us or Wolves. And thankfully it was us. And Mason Mount dribbled and skipped past the defender, and then he put it in the far right corner to make it 5-2 to us. But what really made my day was when I heard the Chelsea fans singing "Sit Down if you love West Brom." That made me laugh so much, but obviously I was in the home end, so I had to control my emotions. But West Brom's my local team, I back them, as you know, and that just made me laugh so much when I heard them singing that. And I was talking to a Wolves fan, and he goes to me, if Chelsea score another goal, I'm going home to support the bag. He said to myself, is this really that deep for these men? I'm coming out of the stadium, usually hear all the fans talking, buzzing, we beat this team, we beat that team. It was flat, it was silence. It was like someone had come in and placed a bomb in the stadium and killed 5,000 people. I'm not even taking the mick. It was so quiet. There were people standing in the stadium at the end of the game dejected. These are Wolves fans, remember? People crying, people upset. But I'm saying to myself, this is a wake-up call for Wolves, because I personally don't think they're that great of a team. They just played well last season, had some good players last season, as you know, and they finished 7th. They ain't finishing that high this season. No way, but at the end of the day, they seem to be focused on Europa League, and that could be their weak point, because if they focus on Europa League at this rate, they're getting relegated, which will make me happy, and West Brom fans happy as well, and a lot of other people happy as well. So at the end of the day, they need to know what they're doing. You get the ball. I said to someone, imagine Wolves won the Europa League and played Champions League football, but win the Championship. That would be so mad. I wouldn't be able to stop laughing. But overall today, Frank Lampard, he got the lineup correct in my opinion, considering it looked offensive to me. He got the lineup correct. Every single player that started on that pitch put in a brilliant shift. Obviously, Antonio Rudiger went off at half time. I think it was due to fitness really, because he's only coming back from injury, so they want to phase him back in and don't want to give him a full 90 minutes. But when Kurt Zuma came on, I was saying to myself, Jesus have mercy. Jesus take the wheel, because at the end of the day, Kurt Zuma looked a little bit suspect on the ball. He wasn't the greatest on the ball, as we know, but at the end of the day, from what I've seen today in this game, Tomori has to be the one that's starting now. Until Rudiger's back to full fitness, Tomori and Christensen. And then when Rudiger's back, rotate Christensen and Tomori for the starting role. Because I knocked Tomori a little bit again in the Liverpool game, but I really shouldn't have. Because as you know, he made a little mistake to give away one of their goals, but it was nothing major. Could have been worse. Whereas Kurt Zuma, he just doesn't look really composed on the ball. So if I was Lampard, I wouldn't really be intrigued to start Kurt Zuma, as much as I like him as a player from when he was last playing two seasons ago. And I saw him at Everton and Stoke, he was good there, but he just doesn't look the same anymore. But yeah, we move. Next game is Chelsea versus Valencia. Our first game in the Champions League. We ideally need to win it. We're at home. It'd be good to get off to a brilliant start. That review will be out as soon as possible, because Saturday today and that game's on a Tuesday. But yeah, Chelsea 5, Wolves 2. I'm buzzing. West Brom fans are buzzing as well. I think a lot of people are, really. But one more thing I wanted to add is that Wolves fans were acting a bit, I don't know how to put it. I received a fair amount of abuse just because wearing a Chelsea shirt, going about my business. I had fans mouthing off to me in the bus station, when I was walking past the pub, when I was walking past the Hungry Horse. Man was saying, F you, F off back to London, giving me dirty looks and all this crap. I'm saying to myself, number one, I'm supporting my team like you. Number two, when you pipe teams, you're excited yourself. Number three, I wasn't on the pitch. I'm just trying to enjoy myself, and I got man, trying to mouth off, trying to get verbally abusive, physically abusive, and all sorts. And I think it's quite disgraceful, to be quite honest with you. I wasn't really happy with that. But at the end of the day, yeah, we all hold corn at some point. You just got to take it, firm it, move on, and come back stronger, innit? Well, like I said, this is a bit of a wake-up call for some Wolves fans, because I don't really think they're as good as they think they are. That's just my opinion, you get what I'm saying? But yeah, we move. When I got back to West Bromwich, I did feel a lot safer, because, us and West Brom, we'll have a little laugh about that the next time we play each other. I'm sure we will. We should make a DVD out of it like they did. One of probably the best ever Chelsea game I've been to. But yeah, that's it for now. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe. Turn your bell on. We'll be back with the Valencia preview as soon as I can be. Yeah, and if you really wanna, make sure you comment in this comment section and tell us what you think of the game today. And follow my Twitter, AJRTM2174. Add the Snapchat as well, AJ_2174. And yeah, let's go get it. Peace out.